Dr. Pandit, you have been at the helm of COVID first wave, you have been at the helm of COVID second wave. We clearly are seeing that the second wave is on the decline. Where do you see the third wave? Do you think the second wave will merge into the third wave? Do you think that there will be a gap between the second and the third wave? And what are your insights and thoughts on this third wave?
Thank you very much, Professor Joshi. And as you said, we dedicate this talk to this show to the late Professor K.K. Agarwal ji, and we have both been very fortunate to work with him. And as you mentioned, we will be doing this show every Tuesday. So I think coming to the topic of the day, the third wave. Third wave has been essentially knocking on the door right when the second wave started to go up. So when the second wave comes, the third wave is inevitable. Now, the question is that is it going to be a continuation where we will see the second wave and the third wave merge together, or there would be a gap in between? I think the answer is that the way we are actually going right now, we may very well see that the two waves actually merge together. And it is in our hand to try and push the third wave as far as possible as we can. Now, one of the good things which has happened in the last 2 days precisely is that India's vaccination pace has significantly increased. We are now vaccinating around 70 odd lakh yesterday and 80 odd lakhs today. And if we are able to vaccinate, say, a crore plus people every day for the next 3 to 4 months, I think that would be the game changer as far as the third wave goes, sir. And that's what I would believe would be the big difference because we would have a sizable population which would be having antibodies with the vaccine. And we would also have a sizable population which has probably got natural antibodies because they got infected with COVID-19. And if we can have a mixture of these two people, these two antibodies in the population, I think we will be able to at least take the sting out of the third wave significantly. But my question to you, sir, would be that with this variants of interest and variants of concern, the Delta variant, which is a variant of concern still, and it's predominant variant in the Indian population right now, and a variant of interest, which is the Delta plus. And today, WHO has also converted a variant of concern as a Lambda variant as well, which was found in Peru. Where are we looking at in terms of these variants being the main cause of worry in the third wave, which may actually be contributed by one of these new variants?